You're doing Zona Gigantes, you're doing stuff for Mundo, you're doing stuff for the Giant Spanish radio. What's your number one title these days?
Bobby, thank you again for inviting me to my favorite podcast of the Giants. It's always a pleasure and honor to be here. Well, I'm working with the NFL in the Spanish official outlet at Mundo's NFL. So it's the work that give me more of the time right now, creating a lot of content for social media and also for all the official channels. Probably Mundo NFL is my first main job right now.
You, I like telling the story. When we first started doing Talking Giants in 2019, I remember you did a video with your dog, saying he's going to be the pick in the draft, and then we started talking after that, and then just a couple years ago, I'm at a Giants game and I see you on the big screen. You're doing the Spanish radio call for the Giants. Do you have any plans to do that this year?
Yeah, I'm planning to go in some game in October because Francis, you met Francis in when we made the meeting with the guys of Ireland and UK. Francis
Yeah.
Adames is a really good friend. He's the official color commentator in Spanish, and also Nestor Rosario. He's the Mets also play-by-play announcer. They are really good friends. They are from Dominican Republic, and all the time I'm going always to New York and New Jersey. They are my second family. And yeah, we love to do stuff together. They like always the point of view I always give him coming from Spain and coming from Europe. And yeah, I'm planning to go and do some podcast official with the Giants also. I think they like to make the Spanish market bigger. And in New York and New Jersey, a lot of people speaking Spanish, and it's always like good feedback from these people.
Yeah, so I just want to say first, I was just in Spain, obviously. Next time I'm there, which is probably going to be a year or so, um, you're so far away from where I go. How far away is Barcelona from
From my
Madrid?
by train is only 2 hours. It's the fast train is 2 hours, Bobby. If you come to Barcelona, I will show you around. Some tapas for sure. It's a beautiful city. Actually, I was talking with Brandon London 2 hours ago. He's coming to Madrid and he's going also to Germany. And with all this international market, the Giants have official German market also. Also, they want to play in Munich. But man, if you come over, you're gonna have fun and you're gonna like it here for sure. If you like Merida and Extremadura, you will like Barcelona for sure.
Okay, and obviously I like Extremadura a lot. I got the keychain now. Are you planning to go to the game in Germany?
Of course, of course. It's only 1 hour and a half by plane. Munich is a beautiful city. It's a lot of fun, a lot of things to do in this weekend. Probably, in my opinion, I think the German games are the most incredible atmosphere in Europe, even better than London, because the German fans are so passionate about the American football. Probably is one of the biggest fans there because in the 80s and 70s was a lot of American military bases and a lot of soldiers start to put the American football in Europe. And that's why the Germans also started to check the American football, the Giants, the NFL, and the tickets sold out in few minutes. It's amazing how the German fans always answer to the NFL call.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And the Giants are undefeated over there. We're beating the Panthers, so I'm also excited about that. What are your expectations for the Giants this year? Obviously, last year was a disappointment. Some big moves, changes in the offseason. Daniel Jones coming back from the injury. What's your expectations for the team this year?
I mean, my expectation, Bobby, is not like in 2022 that they're gonna surprise us so much, but I think the sign of Brian Burns and also the pick of Malik Neighbors, they're gonna change so much the attack and the defense. We're gonna have like I think we're gonna have the best players with Dexter maybe and Andrew Thomas. They are really good, but they're gonna have like two important pieces now, and I think I think Malik Neighbors gonna change our pass attack for sure. And Brian Burns with Kayvon Thibodeau on the other side. I'm, I'm I mean 6 games we can win 7, 8, but I think we're gonna be competitive this year, and I cannot wait to see the hard knocks to see how was this cooking, how was this coming to see the Giants we will see this year, Bobby.
Yeah, so I think people are. This is not the most excited Giants fans have been going into a year, and rightfully so. There's a lot of question marks. And hey, they lost some key pieces, right? They lose Saquon Barkley, they lose Xavier McKinney. Um, but when you think about it, like there's like you get a top, a top 15 pass rusher or so in Brian Burns, and then you get that number one pick with the wide receiver. Those are two important positions, and well, those are hopefully two positions where like they can say, hey, we have one of the best, right? We've been able to say, hey, we have one of the best left tackles. We have one of the best defensive tackles. If they can add to, having those top positions at, top players at certain positions, that's the closer you can get this team to being consistently good, right? The teams that are consistently good either have an elite quarterback play or they just have some of the best players at best positions across the board. But obviously, they need the draft to hit and guys to progress, right? Like we need Deontay Banks to progress a lot. We need Kayvon Thibodeau to progress a lot. So I'm excited to see if Joe Shane, the moves that he's made, can turn this into a team that, like I said, has the best players at certain positions. Um, who are you? What's the new addition you're most excited to see? Is it Malik Neighbors, Brian Burns, Newman? Who?
I think Malik Neighbors, it's gonna be. I mean, it's what we said, Bobby. I mean, with Saquon and Waller the last season he was injured, but when he played against Washington, they've been the focus of this attack. I mean, Saquon being the focus of this attack. Kayvon, how many games he had double teams and he cannot produce because of that. I mean, Joe Shane being so smart this offseason to add more pieces, important pieces that gonna make the team better. And I'm really excited to see how Brian Burns and Thibodeau gonna work together, like the old times with Strahan and Ossie and Tack. We're gonna have this kind of defense, so aggressive also with Bowen. We start to see some videos of the Hard Knocks that how Bowen wanna be so aggressive and gonna do all these NASCAR packages. I think also Hyatt and Robinson can grow so much with Malik Neighbors being the most focused. I'm really excited. I mean, I don't think we're going to win like 10, 11 games, but I think this team is going to be fun to see. And I want to have fun watching the Giants. That's the most important. I think we have to be more explosive. It's what Brian Dable was talking all the offseason. He wants to be more explosive with the playbook. It's really difficult playbook for the players, but I'm expecting Bobby to see a team that is gonna we want to have fun in defense and an attack. Is for me is the most important when you go into the stadium or you go into Germany to see the team that you're gonna have fun watching the game.
You talk with people within the building, right? You got close relationships there, people that cover the team and stuff. What do you think the biggest worry for this team is from their perspective?
Probably Daniel Jones with the injuries. I mean, if Daniel have another big injury, so this season is gonna be another like lost season where you're gonna play with luck, where you're gonna play with the Vito. I think is we will see it, no, in the Hard Knocks that they are a little bit worried with this neck, with the injuries, and at the end, this league doesn't forgive anyone, and is the main focus. No, if Daniel Jones have a big injury, so you must pay him because he's under the contract. The team is not gonna produce the same. It's many people saying out of the building, no, Luck could be the quarterback. In my opinion, Daniel Jones is much better than Drew Lock. I mean, uh, pound by pound is better quarterback, have better attributes physically, also his accuracy. Um, for me, it's the main thing that the people is thinking in the building that Daniel Jones can play all the season, be healthy, because then the team would have a lot of competitive games and can win a few games and start to be in like this team that we want to all see, like in 2022.
Yeah, I don't know what to fully expect out of Daniel Jones, right? Where I thought he put together at the halfway point of 2020 through all the way through 2022. I think he put together a baseline of play, right? With some ups and downs in there, but a baseline of play. And then last year with the offensive line and him playing bad, and then now the torn ACL, right? Like, how is he going to use his legs? How comfortable is he going to be back there? I think it's like the most unsure of what we're going to get out of Daniel Jones I've been going into a season. So it's going to be interesting to see. Are you going to go to the Eagles home game?
I will try. You go in, Bobby?
I don't know, but I really want to go boo Saquon Barkley. How do you feel about Saquon?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a noisy game for sure. But yeah, if you go in Bobby, I take a plane and work with
At
Mundo NFL, of
at this
course.
point, I don't have any plan. My plan is to go to the Bucks home game, but I don't have any plans yet. But I will let you know if we
It's
do.
October, no? I think it's 22nd or 20 of October, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So I'm really I love booing. For one, so I'm really excited to just see the reaction, see how he plays. Will it make him play better? Will he be in his own head? It's going to be interesting to see. Ruben, before we go, where can people find most of your work?
Mundo NFL, it's the official Spanish outlet. If we have some Latino speakers of Talking Giants, we did Hablando Gigantes in his day, Hablando Gigantes. Zona Gigantes, we are now a little bit in the off season. Also, well, I don't have many time to produce, but I will try to do some videos talking about Hard Knocks, about where the franchise is going to go. Also, of course, we have a game in Europe, and that's amazing for all the European fans. And my main account in Instagram and Twitter is Ruben F. Vargas. And I'm always happy to connect with all the Giants fans and talk football and talk always Giants football is amazing. And yeah, it's a lot of people waiting for this season to start because the NFL, we say in Spain and we say in Europe, is a drug that you take once, you cannot stop. So we're looking forward for this season.
I love it. I love it. Ruben, thanks again for jumping on.
Muchas gracias, Coach Giants.